So a question we'll sometimes get is how do we un-check-in people from the check-in app? And we don't have a way to do that in bulk, but if you're using RaceDay Scoring, there is a way to kind of work around that, right?
Yeah, so RaceDay Scoring has a lot of cool functions that are possible outside of RunSignup. So the biggest one is just this ability we have to build data check reports, which allow you to take action on any number of participants immediately, and you can apply any kind of change you want to them. So if you wanted to grab some selection of participants and update all of their statuses or update all of their towns to a certain name or change all of their events to a certain event, you can use a data check to do that. And so there's a few steps. You're basically saying, hey, I want to filter down the participants to grab only those that are in the 5K. And then of those participants, I want to check these boxes and say, automatically change them over to this other event or change their name or do whatever you want to do. So in this case, it's as simple as grabbing all the participants in the entire race that are already checked in and then saying, I want to set their checked in status to no. And then it'll update it in RaceDay Scoring. And then RaceDay Scoring is always syncing with RunSignup, so it'll actually update it at RunSignup as well. So in this race, I have everyone already checked in. And in RaceDay Scoring, if I come here, I can go to the participants link and I can view this. And if I were to go and customize my report, I could go to pick from all columns, find the checked in status checkbox, click update report, and I could see here that they're all checked in. So everybody's here is checked in. And so this might be not a perfect example, but in a typical kind of use case where they would want to use this, it would be like a 5-week series of a race, and they want to check in people for the first event and then automatically uncheck them in once the race is completed, and then check them in again for the next race. And they used a super event, so they only registered once, and you can't have different checked in statuses for each of the sub events. So here they would say, I'm going to check everybody in, and then once I've confirmed everybody is good, I'm going to uncheck everybody in preparation for the next race.
And we actually do have a video on how you would want to do that kind of check-in if you're doing week by week by week.
Oh, cool.
Instead of bulk unchecking them.
Oh, really? Nice. That's cool. So if I'm in RaceDay Scoring, I've already got some times loaded. Let's say the race is over and I'm getting ready for the next week. So over in this little area, there's these data check reports, and this tells me information about participants in the race that I might want to consider. It detected automatically. There's one person missing their age, one missing their gender, some suspicious times, and some finishers that missed their start read. And this is like our default data check reports that automatically have filters applied to them to find all these participants who missed their chip start, but they got a finished chip time. And this is basically the way that it works. It says I want to find everybody who didn't finish and is missing a start read. So in this case, though, it's a little bit different. I want to write a custom one. So what I'll do is I'll come over to the data check reports, click it, and I'm going to click new data check report. And here, the first thing I need to do is title it. I'm just going to call it bulk Un-CheckIn. And these are the fields that I want to display in the report. And so these are the useful things that I might want to know about. So it allows you to add in, different kinds of fields. In this case, I want to be able to show the checked in status. That'll be useful to look at to make sure that I've got the right data. I don't think there's anything else in here I really want to display. It automatically shows the name of the participant. Next, I want to use the participant search filters. This allows me to say I only want to reference some set of people. I want to get only the people in the 5K or only the people who are already checked in this case. So in this case, I am just going to say, make sure that everybody who I'm going to change is checked in, because I don't want to uncheck in people who are not checked in. That wouldn't make any sense. So this is just a little bit of protection to make sure that the participants I show here are only going to be those that are already checked in. And then down here, I'm going to use this data to change area to say, this is where I get to tell the system what I want it to do. So I could do all sorts of things. I can say everybody that is checked in gets put into this corral. I could say everybody that is checked in gets their event changed, whatever you want to do. In this case, I'm just going to say, I want to set their checked in to no. So if I just click search, this will show me everyone in the state down here. And I can come back to this report at any time if I want to in my data checks area. and also from the dashboard, that same page I was on. It'll tell me I've got 8,023 participants in the state, and I can come in here and say, this person I want to update, and it'll update them to no. So now I should have, 1822 instead. I can also just select all here and say update selected, and as easy as that, it'll go through and uncheck in everyone, and now 0 participants are in that state. And so now it'll show me that no one is here, and everyone at RunSignup should now automatically be unchecked in again. So if I go back to my participants, and I go to report options, and I customize it again to show checked in status, should see everyone is set to checked in to no. So that's exactly what we want. You can also do a bulk check-in this way. You can manage them individually. If you, if you didn't want to filter this out, you could show everyone in here, and then you could just say, this person I actually want to come in, and set them manually to no. There's all sorts of things you can do.